October 29th, 2025, 11:47 p.m., 50 miles off the coast of Miami, Florida. A routine Coast Guard patrol picks up an unusual radar signature. A vessel, no lights, no identification, moving at high speed toward American shores. Within minutes, this discovery would trigger the largest joint military and federal law enforcement operation in U.S. territorial waters ever. What the U.S. Navy and FBI found aboard that vessel would expose a weapons pipeline that threatened every major city on the eastern seaboard. This is that story.
To understand this operation, we need to rewind 3 months earlier. FBI Field Office, Miami. Special Agent Jennifer Morrison receives an encrypted tip from an informant embedded deep within an international trafficking network. The intelligence is explosive. A major shipment. Not drugs, weapons. Military-grade firearms. Thousands of them. Destination, United States mainland. But here's what made this different. This wasn't coming from across an ocean. The weapons were being transported through a sophisticated network using commercial shipping routes, hidden in plain sight among legitimate cargo. The FBI immediately classified this as a code-red threat. Domestic terrorism potential, cartel involvement, possible connection to organized crime syndicates operating in 5 states. Agent Morrison assembled a task force, but the scale of this operation required more than federal agents. They needed naval power, maritime interdiction capabilities, real-time surveillance. They needed the United States Navy.
Naval Station Mayport, Florida, October 15, 2025. The USS Winston Churchill, an Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer, receives classified orders. Commander Rachel Stevens is briefed alongside FBI Special Agent Morrison. This isn't standard protocol. The U.S. Navy typically operates on intelligence from Naval Intelligence, or NSA. Having FBI agents directly embedded on a naval vessel for a domestic operation? That's unprecedented. But the legal complexity demanded it. Under Posse Comitatus, the military has strict limitations on domestic law enforcement. The FBI would lead the investigation and arrest authority. The Navy would provide maritime superiority, surveillance, and interdiction capabilities. For 2 weeks, they tracked financial transactions, monitored encrypted communications, watched port activities. The intelligence painted a picture of a massive operation scheduled for late October. 3 vessels, multiple rendezvous points, a layered system designed to evade detection. But they missed one critical factor. They were being watched by the most sophisticated naval intelligence network on the planet.
October 29th, 11:47 p.m. Coast Guard cutter James picks up the signature. Captain Davis doesn't hesitate. He alerts Naval Station Mayport immediately. Within 7 minutes, the USS Winston Churchill is at battle stations. 2 MH-60R Seahawk helicopters launch from the deck. Their advanced radar systems light up the night. These aren't ordinary helicopters. Equipped with AN-APS-147 multimode radar, they can detect and track small vessels in high sea states from over 50 miles away. 11:55 p.m., the Seahawks confirm visual, a 70-foot cargo vessel, dead in the water, no lights, no radio response, just sitting there, waiting. But waiting for what? That's when the second radar signature appears, then a third. 3 vessels, forming a triangle pattern. Classic smuggling formation. 1 primary carrier, 2 escorts running interference. Commander Stevens makes the call. Full intercept protocol. The FBI task force on board prepares for boarding operations. But there's a problem. The vessels are moving, fast, heading toward the shallow waters near the Everglades.
If they reach the mangroves, they disappear. Game over. The race is on.
12:03 a.m., October 30th. The Winston Churchill hits 30 knots. That's 35 miles per hour for a 9,000-ton warship that's screaming. The smuggling vessels split up. Classic evasion tactic. Force the pursuers to choose targets, divide their resources. But they're not dealing with a single Coast Guard cutter anymore. Commander Stevens coordinates a textbook maritime interdiction. The Coast Guard blocks the southern route. 2 Navy ribs, rigid-hulled inflatable boats launch from the Churchill. They're carrying FBI hostage rescue team members alongside Navy SEALs. These boats can hit 45 knots. They close the gap in minutes. 12:11 a.m. Loudspeakers boom across the water in English and Spanish. This is the United States Navy. You're ordered to stop your engines and prepare for boarding. Nothing. The lead vessel guns its engines. Big mistake. The Seahawks move into position. Night sun searchlights, 30 million candle power, turn night into day. The vessel is completely illuminated, nowhere to hide. 12:14 a.m. Warning shots fired across the bow. 50 caliber machine gun fire. The water erupts. The engines finally cut. 12:17 a.m. The boarding team approaches. FBI agents in full tactical gear. Navy personnel providing cover. Weapons drawn. These are some of the most dangerous moments in maritime law enforcement. Confined spaces, unknown number of hostiles, potential weapons, potential explosives. The team boards in synchronized precision, room-clearing procedures. Military procedure meets federal law enforcement protocols. The crew of 6 offers no resistance. Hands up, face down, standard arrest procedure. But it's what's below deck that stops everyone cold. Special Agent Morrison descends into the cargo hold. Her flashlight beam cuts through the darkness. Crates. Dozens of them, stacked floor to ceiling. She opens the first one. AK-47s, brand new, still wrapped in factory grease, serial numbers filed off. Second crate, AR-15 variants, military-grade modifications. Third crate, Glock pistols, 500 units. This isn't a shipment, this is an arsenal, enough firepower to arm a small army. And this is just one vessel. By 3 a.m., all 3 vessels are secured. The final inventory shocks even the most experienced agents. 15,742 firearms. Let that sink in. 15,000. 6,200 AK-47 and variant rifles. 4,800 AR-15 platform weapons. 3,400 pistols, Glocks, SIGs, Berettas, 1,200 shotguns, 142 sniper rifle systems. But that's not all. 200,000 rounds of ammunition, body armor, night vision equipment, encrypted communication devices, and 50 kilograms of C4 plastic explosive. The estimated street value? Over $200 million. The FBI traces the weapons through international channels. The origin point? A complex web involving Eastern European arms dealers, Central American transit points, and domestic distribution cells. The intended recipients? Multiple cartel factions, domestic extremist groups, and organized crime syndicates operating from Miami to New York.